I appear to be too late. This one is glad, walking one is safe. Are we about to see what happened here?
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking one, Mephilia asked this one to... In case Walking would return, this one was to say... At church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One, Mephilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Jeez. I noticed there was certain someone isn't here. That is pretty unfortunate. I wonder if the, Tartaru got away or not. She was in there at the time. In any case, I guess we have to head to Eastern Thanalan, they said. I was going to go back to Camp Overlook, but now I'm intrigued. Alright. Oh, it's right here, okay. It was the church I thought of. I thought it was going to probably be a different one, but apparently not. Oh wait, did I go the wrong way? No, I had to go up here, okay. It's been a while since I've been here, so... We're still on level 34 quest, so it's going to be a while, I think, until we have another group thing. Probably 38, I would assume. Also have to go back and do the Paladin quest as well. I just now thought about that. Got a few things to do at the moment. Something troubling you, my child. You have to look at the one who has endured great suffering. If there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you only need to ask. Wild roses, I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How? How could this have happened? Are you certain that Mephilia was among those taken by the Garlinians? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Mephilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquise, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. If you require assistance, please speak to Marquise. He is a trifle shy. I assure you, he means well. I should explain. Marquise is a survivor of the Battle of Cartanu. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. If we had not taken him into our care, he should surely have perished in the desert. Marquise, I want you to look after Naran. Do you understand? Yes, father. Alright. Those who wait, I wonder what that achievement is. In any case, let's go ahead and continue talking to people. Death begets death, especially in those places where privatization is the sovereign. A course left unburied is this rich field to Viokin, where they may sow pestilence and water it with their miasma. Nowhere in the rule of privatization is so apparent as in Lost Hope. A man may die upon the roadside there and go unclaimed. For no ties bind these unhappy folk together except a common misfortune. Their homelands are no more. But as long as they live, some hope remains, and so we must thwart pestilence ere it begins. Will you deliver this repellent to that den of sorrow? Okay. Ah, level 35 quest, okay. Excuse me, Narin, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologe, which I found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but I just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to the doll in my stead and obtain a bull-point chisel and a pair of needle-nosed pincers. If you're willing to do this, please note that as they are uncommon tools, you may need to visit the Goldsmith's Guild and browse the markets in order to find them. Alright. Here's another quest over here. Well, that's interesting. Just my luck. I scavenged this here oven, thinking I could use it to make myself hot meals, but it looks like to be in a bad way. Lots of dents, a few holes even. Hey, you're pretty well traveled, ain't you? Ever seen one of these before, or better yet, know how to fix it? No? Bah. Well, I know who we ought to ask. Mind showing this oven to Mercurius for me? He repaired a clockwork toy I found once, so maybe he can do something with it. But I think since they're giving me different armor pieces now, I don't think I'm going to get that last piece that I wanted. I never got a green helmet of any sort, so I'm kind of like annoyed by that, but whatever. I'm not going to replace the gloves either. The rest of this I can. Just kind of annoys me with the differing with the color styles and all that, but it actually doesn't look too bad. There's something I can do for you. This is an alchemist element. You say the boy wishes to use it for cooking. I suppose it would be possible where I make some modifications, but I would need a bronze ornamental hammer to do so. Can you bring me one, Narin? I need only go so far to Camp Drybone to find a merchant who sells tools. Okay. There's some more quests here. Fanderick is a breath of fish. Okay, I don't even need to read that. Where is that turnip head? We've already waited some hours for my cousin, still he dallies. Thal knows where. He's ever late. I do not understand why he cannot simply depart early. Still confess I am fond of the fool. I'd go look for him, but his route winds close to the Hotaletele training grounds. They say 'tis a wamp of beasts of the most dangerous kind. You are an adventurer, and surely this is the sort of thing that, oh, I don't know, makes your blood sing, heart boil, or some such piffle. Will you look for my feckless cousin? Okay. I think that's the last quest around. Okay, the first one has us go back to Camp Drybone right here and get a hammer, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. Somebody with repairs right here. That's what I would assume. I don't see anybody. Where's it? The shop here. Purchase the tools. Let me see. Bronze ornamental hammer. Okay, we should be good with our hammer here. Oh, there's more quests around. Didn't even notice these. Sheesh. Oh, let me go ahead and put this one in for now. Convert the ambulink into a makeshift oven, but I only have you once you brought me the hammer. Here's the hammer. Thank you, Naran. It shan't take more than a day, I believe. It's strange. I know I must have learned these skills long ago, but I haven't the foggiest when and where that was. Go ahead and take these other quests while I'm at it. Didn't even see them before. This is you, a wonder-working adventurer? You can work for some for me today. See, the father asked me to mend this vestment, but look, both the weft and the weave's gone there and there. I'll need more cloth than I have. There's a merchant at Blackbird Station right now. He'll give you what I need. Hurry on off to Central Thalon and go. Sun has shone upon a terrible sight today. One of the bereaved wished to place upon the grave of his beloved a sprig of lavender. He strayed far for the flowers, dispersed in these parts, and was grievously wounded by fiends. Grief makes us all slow in wit and limb, and I fear that these attacks will not cease until the creatures are gone. I pray you banish these foul things. They were last seen to the east near the remains of a gubu. Quite a bit of stuff to do. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my chocobo and make this a bit faster. So I have to go to 2 different spots, and they're basically south and east of each other from a far distance, so... Actually, you know what? It actually makes more sense if I went in... did this one to the east, and then did the one to the south, because I have to head to Central Thalon anyways. And that's practically right on top of the way to Central Thalon, so... Okay, I got it figured out now. Not too much further, I imagine. These are the scary things? And there we go. Well, I should probably just pick them both up and head back to church, because that way I won't have that on my quest list over here, which is getting really full. Alright, we're just about there. Oh, jeez. That's a full circle one, so I'm not gonna... And bam, done. Got about half my health. Thank you, and thank you thrice. Saw those rather nasty brutes coming and thought, well, nothing much will really bother Arg. Really should take old Halatali down. Place has absolutely gone to pot. Oh, look at the time. Must keep the barrel waiting too much longer. I suppose my cousin Fenderek, she of the overtight corset, is none too pleased. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just teleport back to Camp Drybone here, and save my just a little bit of time. Alright. Oh, thank you. He's absolutely incorrigible. But to think we might have had to bury him as well. Then again, that's one burial he wouldn't have been laid for. There's a thought. When the calamity struck, it sundered life everywhere, and not only among our races. Look around, and you'll see how things have fallen apart. Feet, claws, roots, all been torn from the earth they were planted on. The dead Gubu was a child of Corytheus. The calamity shattered his native mountains and fled before the destruction as a caravan flies before a sandstorm. Years it wandered. We found it dying and received its memories. It gathered seeds from every land it passed through. They flower upon its corpse. A living map of its lost in exile, north to south, mountains to desert, cloudberry and shooting stars, merry bells and cliff roses. Althic, lavender from Lower Thoughtalon, even roseberries from Bloodshore. To wander is a dream and a nightmare. Adventurers such as yourself must know it better than I. I imagine there are days when the flame of adventure gutters, and you feel yourself to be a fair fit as those in Lost Hope. Upon us no flowers grow. So generous is Father Urlo, to so many he feeds, clothes, and psychics them entirely, yet he has none to do for him for when he does for others. I would show my appreciation of a special gift, but sadly my meager purse is not enough. Will you speak to the other brothers and sisters and see whether they too feel as I do? I have made arrangements with Ermagod, who runs a concern at Camp Drybone. If you're successful in raising the funds, will you deliver the guild to her? Be silent and take my gill. Pray forgive my outburst, good madame. It is only that I owe Father Lulu my life, and an opportunity to give him something, no matter how small, sets my spirit afire. I always get lost when trying to find a certain, like, I don't know what it is, but this, like, particular area has always been bad for trying to find certain things. Like, I see the quest point here, but I have, like, no idea where it's actually supposed to be at. I assume it must be in the shop here. And it's not, so now I have no idea where it would be. Presumably in here. A gift for Fall Lidlid? Of course, it does not take Fall to see the good in him. It warms my heart that Brother Brown would go through such trouble. Thank you for both your efforts. This is the way out? Okay, yeah. Greetings, Arn. Brother Baron said you might be coming by. Gift for Father Illud, as he said. Good father must be a man much beloved from the weight of these sacks. I have given this matter much thought. A consignment of high-quality spices arrived just this day. Mayhap cinnamon cookies would suit. I have received many a kind word from my customers about my cookies, if I may say so. I've also observed the good father lingering at my store whenever a fresh batch was but to be smelled coming out of the oven. The only time he spent his gill on cookies and cakes, it was for the children of Lost Hope. Alright, let's go ahead and give him the cookies then. See, how do I get out of here again? I always lose my way in this town. Here we are, cookies. Good evening, Naren. What brings you to this place? What hell, cinnamon cookies by Thal. A gift, you say, from Brother Baron, Brother Ismor, and Sister Suzuru. How kind they are. Tell there was no need, but our order teaches us to see a need despite the needy's disavowals. I shall thank him from my heart. And his son, and through his happy marriage, a daughter. Well matched they were and well met. Their house smelt of good things like this, and there was always an open peg for my cloak and a tall glass of mint tea. When they died, I... Was Father Ludlud pleased? Oh, that's good. I believe it does his heart good to give words to his sorrows. That is what we tell the bereaved in the lich yards. Grief must be both shrieked and spoken. I've heard that Father Ludlud had suffered great loss in the calamity. His heart grows as large as a palace, and scores dwell there in the haven he makes of it. But that someday I'm half the man he is. Alright. I think I'll stop the video here and probably just go ahead and teleport straight to Ludalen after this.